I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
All right, so today we're diving into this digital product masterclass thing.
Okay.
We've got like the sales page and the product description, even a table of contents.
Yeah, it looks pretty comprehensive.
So we're getting a good look at what it offers, but I was thinking there's this whole world around it, you know?
Like for sure.
Like digital products and licensing and online business and all that.
Absolutely.
Kind of fascinating.
Yeah, and you know that name Digital Product Masterclass,
Yeah.
it sets a high bar.
It really does.
Like masterclass implies a certain level of depth, you know?
Exactly.
Comprehensiveness.
We'll see if it lives up to the hype.
Right.
Okay, so first things first, the release date.
Okay.
It says June 26th, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Anything notable about that in the digital product world?
Not particularly. I mean,
Okay.
release dates can be strategic sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
tied to industry events or trends.
Right.
But June doesn't jump out as particularly significant.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Next up, file size.
Oh.
40.30 millibeach. Just to give our listeners some context,
Mm-hmm.
how does that compare to, say, a music album?
Oh, I mean, a typical music album might be around 100 millibeat,
Okay.
so 40.3 millibeats for a masterclass
Yeah.
suggests a good amount of content packed in there.
All right, so it's not just like a
Right.
single PDF or something.
No. It sounds like there's quite a bit there.
Okay, this is where things get interesting.
All right.
The license.
Okay.
It says master resell rights.
Master resell rights.
Could you break that down?
Sure.
What does that actually mean for someone buying this?
Okay, so master resell rights basically means you're buying the right to resell the product as your own
Oh, wow.
and keep 100% of the profits.
Okay.
So in theory,
Yeah,
it's a quick way to start selling something without creating it from scratch,
that sounds appealing.
right? It can be appealing,
Yeah.
but there are some potential downsides to consider.
Such as?
Well, think about market saturation.
Okay.
If everyone's selling the same thing,
Yeah.
it becomes a lot harder to stand out.
Yeah, you don't want to be competing with
1,000 other people.
You want to differentiate yourself.
Okay, all right, good point.
Yeah.
Let's dig into the content itself.
Okay, let's see what we got.
10 modules
10 modules. Wow.
with titles like Premium Quality Guide
Okay.
and Ready-Made Sales Page.
Definitely attention-grabbing titles.
Yeah, they grab your attention.
For sure.
Right.
I mean, the language is clearly aimed at conveying value
Yeah.
and highlighting how this makes it easier
Mm-hmm.
for someone to get started selling.
Right. And then there's this lead magnet and opt-in page
Lead magnet opt-in page.
in Module 6.
Oh, okay.
Just to make sure everyone's on the same page here.
Yeah.
Could you explain those?
Sure. So a lead magnet is something valuable you offer for free,
Okay.
like a checklist, an ebook, something like that,
Yeah.
in exchange for an email address.
Oh, okay.
Right. So the opt-in page is where they actually sign up.
Got it.
So it's all about building your email list,
Connecting with potential customers.
building that relationship.
Exactly.
Okay. And speaking of connecting,
Yeah.
they've got email swipes in Module 9.
Email swipes.
What are those?
So email swipes are basically pre-written email templates
Oh, interesting.
that you can adapt for your own marketing.
Okay.
They can be helpful
Yeah.
for people who maybe struggle with writing,
Yeah.
compelling marketing
Yeah.
emails. But it's important to customize them,
Yeah. Yeah.
to fit your brand, your
Yeah.
voice.
Right. You don't want to sound too generic.
Exactly. You want to avoid sounding generic.
So we've got these 10 modules
Mm-hmm.
packed with resources.
Yeah.
But how does the overall sales pitch actually position this thing?
Yeah. How do they actually sell it?
Right. Like, how does
It
it?
promises a lot.
Yeah.
Finding profitable niches, creating a unique selling proposition, building an engaging online course.
Right.
It even claims to be suitable for both beginners and experienced entrepreneurs.
I noticed that.
Yeah, that's a bold claim.
Do you think that's realistic?
It's probably a bit of both.
Okay.
There's definitely value in a structured course
Right.
that covers the fundamentals.
Yeah.
Which would benefit beginners, for sure.
Okay.
But experienced entrepreneurs might find some modules more useful than others,
Right.
depending on their existing skills and knowledge.
It makes sense. I'm noticing the language they use a lot of.
Oh, yeah, the language is very deliberate.
Like practical insights, real-world examples, valuable resources.
It's all about emphasizing tangible benefits,
Yeah.
assuring potential buyers that they're getting actionable advice.
Not just theory.
Exactly, not just vague theory.
Okay, let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
All right.
The terms section.
Okay, the fine print.
What stands out to you here?
The terms are crucial
Mm-hmm.
because they outline what you can and can't do with the product.
Right.
It's interesting they use this very straightforward yes-no format,
Yeah.
which is helpful.
Yeah, very.
So you can sell it, use it personally, package it with other products,
Okay.
even modify the sales letter.
Okay.
But there's some key restrictions too,
Like what?
where you can't modify the core product or the graphics.
Which makes sense.
Right. It's about
You want to maintain the integrity
exactly
of the original.
protecting the creator's intellectual property
Yeah.
and the value of the product.
And you can't give it away for free.
Right.
Again, makes sense from a business perspective.
Yeah.
But this one really caught my eye.
Okay.
Can't sell master resale rights or private label rights.
Interesting.
Didn't we just establish that this product comes with master resale rights?
We did.
So what's the deal here?
Okay, so this is where the different levels of licensing come into play.
Oh, okay.
You're getting master resale rights.
Right.
Meaning you can resell the product as is,
Yeah.
but you can't pass those same rights on to your buyers,
So it's like you get to be part of an exclusive club,
right?
but you can't hand out memberships to everyone you meet.
It's exactly a good analogy.
What about private label rights?
Okay, so private label rights are even more powerful.
Okay.
They allow you to rebrand the product entirely as your own.
Wow.
Change the content, put your name on it.
Really?
Even modify the core product files and graphics.
So
So it's like taking a pre-made cake,
Okay.
adding your own frosting and decorations,
Yeah.
and selling it under your bakery's brand.
Okay, I think we've unpacked the digital product masterclass pretty thoroughly here.
I think so, yeah. We've gone through it.
But now I'm curious about this platform it's being sold on.
Okay.
IDPLR.com.
IDPLR.com.
What's the story there?
Well, all the surrounding information,
Yeah.
200,000 PLR articles,
Mm-hmm.
web hosting, e-cover creator.
Yeah.
It suggests that IDPLR.com is positioning itself as a hub
Okay.
for all things digital products and online business.
So it's not just about this one product.
It's a whole platform.
It's like an ecosystem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're saying, hey, if you want to jump into this world, we've got everything you need.
And this whole idea of passive income
Oh, yeah, that's a big part of it.
seems to be woven into this.
Definitely.
Buy it once, resell it multiple times.
That's the dream they're selling.
The dream, but what are the realities?
Right. The allure of passive income is strong.
Yeah.
But it's important to separate the hype from the reality.
Okay.
While you can generate income from selling digital products,
Mm.
it's not as simple as some might make it seem.
Right.
There's still work involved.
Yeah.
Marketing, customer support, staying ahead of the curve.
So it's not set it and forget it.
Not at all.
You need a strategy. You need to
You need to put in the effort.
put in the work.
It takes work and adaptation to thrive in this space.
All right. I think that's a good place to pause for now.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground
We've dissected this thing pretty thoroughly.
dissecting this digital product masterclass and the world it inhabits.
Yeah, the world it inhabits for sure.
But there's so much more to explore.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm excited to dive deeper into, strategies and tactics that can lead to success in this space.
Let's do it.
So join us again soon for part 2.
Sounds good. So before the break, we were getting into
Yeah.
the realities of what it takes to succeed,
Right. And you know me,
Mhm.
all about practical advice and strategies.
Yeah.
This masterclass emphasizes finding those profitable niches.
Right.
Is there like a magic formula for that?
Yeah.
Or is it more of an art than a science?
It's kind of a blend of both.
Okay.
There are definitely some data-driven approaches,
Like what?
analyzing trends, keyword volume, what the competition is doing.
Yeah.
But there's also an element of intuition to it.
Right.
You have to understand your own passions and expertise too.
So it's not just about chasing the latest fad.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's got to be something
Yeah.
you're genuinely interested in.
Right. You really have to have
A genuine interest.
passion fuels creativity,
Okay.
and that shines through in the quality of your product.
Right.
Plus, you'll be more motivated to work on something you're excited about.
Makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing this masterclass talks about,
Yeah.
creating a unique selling point.
Okay.
What are we really talking about here?
Right. How do you make your product stand out?
Yeah, in a crowded online marketplace.
That's the million-dollar question.
Right.
It's about identifying what makes your product different and better.
So what could that be?
Well, it could be a unique angle, a
Okay.
specific audience you're targeting,
Yeah.
maybe a bonus resource,
Mm-hmm.
or even just your personality and style.
So it's not just about what you're selling.
No.
It's about how you're selling it
It's the whole package.
and who you're selling it to.
Exactly.
It's about telling a story that resonates with your ideal customer.
Yeah. Why should they choose your product
Oh, right.
over all the others?
It's almost like the About Us page of a website.
I like that analogy.
Yeah. Your unique selling point is your chance to connect.
With potential customers on a deeper level.
For sure.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
This masterclass also dives into creating online courses.
Online courses, big topic.
They talk about building engaging content structuring modules, delivering real value.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, what separates a mediocre online course
Oh, that's a good question.
from one that's truly exceptional?
Well, first and foremost, clarity is king.
Okay.
Your course needs to be well-structured, easy to follow,
Mm-hmm.
and avoid using too much jargon.
Right.
You want students to feel like they're being guided, you know?
Yeah, nobody wants to feel lost and confused
Exactly.
when you're trying to learn something new.
No one wants to be overwhelmed.
But beyond just being clear, what else?
Well, engagement is key.
Okay.
You want to keep students hooked,
How do you do that?
not just with the information itself, but with how it's presented.
Right.
Think interactive elements, quizzes, real-world examples.
Yeah.
Even a little humor can go a long way.
So it's not just about delivering information.
It's got to be engaging.
It's about creating an experience.
Exactly.
You want people to come away feeling not just informed, but inspired.
That's the goal.
You want them to be able to actually apply what they've learned.
Absolutely.
Speaking of application,
Yeah.
this masterclass talks about building an effective sales funnel.
Okay. Sales funnel.
Now, I've heard that term thrown around a lot.
It gets thrown around a lot.
Honestly, it still feels kind of abstract to me.
Yeah, it can be a bit abstract.
Can you break it down?
Okay, so think of a sales funnel like a journey.
Okay.
You're guiding your potential customer through.
Okay.
It starts with awareness.
Mm-hmm.
They become aware of your product.
Okay.
Then comes interest.
Okay.
They want to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
Then desire.
Okay.
They start to see how your product could benefit them.
Right.
And finally, action.
To purchase.
They make a purchase.
Okay.
So each stage requires a different approach.
So it's about strategically moving people through those stages.
From awareness to action.
It's making me think about those targeted ads
Oh, yeah.
you see on social media.
Social media plays a big role in this.
Is that part of the funnel strategy?
Definitely.
Okay.
Social media is a powerful tool for reaching people at every stage of that funnel.
So you can use different ads and targeting options
Absolutely.
to grab attention, generate leads, ultimately drive sales.
It's all part of the strategy.
Okay, so you've got your sales funnel,
Right.
but then you need to actually get your product seen.
You got to get it out there.
This masterclass dives into marketing and promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you even begin with that?
Well, it all starts with understanding your target audience.
Okay.
Who are they? Where do they hang out online?
Yeah, where do they spend their time?
What are their pain points, their needs, their desires?
So once you understand that,
Then you can tailor your marketing to speak directly to them.
so it goes back to knowing your audience.
Always comes back to the audience.
And then once you know them, what are some of the key strategies?
Okay, so there are so many options these days.
For getting your digital product out there,
Content marketing is big.
okay?
Creating valuable blog posts, videos, podcasts
Yeah.
that attract your ideal customer.
Attract them in.
Email marketing is still incredibly effective
For building those relationships?
for building relationships and promoting products
Okay.
to your subscriber list.
Okay.
And then there's SEO,
Search engine optimization.
making sure your website and product pages
Right.
rank high in search results.
So you need a multi-pronged approach.
You got to be active on multiple fronts.
It sounds like a lot to juggle
It can be, but there are tools and strategies.
to help manage it all.
Absolutely. This masterclass also touches on automation,
Oh, yeah. Automation.
automating sales and customer support.
Is that all about those chatbots?
Chatbots are definitely part of it,
That I keep seeing popping up.
especially for handling frequently asked questions.
Right.
But automation goes beyond chatbots.
Like what?
Think automated email sequences, order processing systems.
Oh, wow.
Even social media scheduling tools.
So it's about streamlining those repetitive tasks.
Streamlining and freeing up your time.
And freeing up your time for the more important stuff.
Right, like creating great products.
Connecting with customers.
Exactly.
Building those relationships.
Automation isn't about replacing human interaction.
Okay.
It's about making your business more efficient.
All right, so we've talked about strategy, marketing, automation.
Hitting all the key points.
But even with all the best tools and tactics, it still takes work.
It does.
This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
Building a successful online business requires dedication, persistence, and a willingness to adapt.
The landscape changes so quickly.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Well said.
Thank you.
I think this is a good place to take another break.
Yeah.
When we come back, let's shift gears.
Sounds good.
And talk about the bigger picture.
Okay.
The impact of this digital product boom and what it means for the future of business.
The future of business, all right.
Stay tuned. We've been exploring this digital product masterclass.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've uncovered some pretty interesting insights.
It's interesting how this one product is like
a
little window into a bigger shift.
Right, like how we work and learn. And even like define success these days.
It really is.
It's like a microcosm of this whole digital product world.
Yeah, that's a good example of that.
So let's zoom out a bit and talk about that bigger picture.
All right.
What's driving this whole surge in popularity of digital products?
It's a good question.
Why are people so drawn to this?
Well, one reason is accessibility. The barriers to entry are lower than ever.
Right.
You don't need a physical storefront or a ton of capital to get started.
Just a computer and an internet connection.
Exactly. It's really empowering.
Yeah.
For people who want to create something, be their own boss, share their knowledge or skills with the world.
It's like entrepreneurship has become democratized.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Right.
Yeah. It's not just about individual empowerment, though.
Okay.
It's about access to knowledge, too.
In what way?
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
Online courses, ebooks, membership sites.
Yeah.
They're making education and skill development more accessible and affordable than ever before.
So it's a win-win.
I think so.
For creators and consumers. But like any industry, there have to be some challenges too.
There are always challenges.
What are some potential downsides?
Well, one concern is information overload.
Okay.
With so much content being created.
Yeah, how do you sift through it all?
It's tough to separate the valuable stuff from the noise.
Right.
And then there's always the issue of quality control. Not all digital products are created equal.
Yeah, you get what you pay for sometimes.
Sometimes you do.
How do you avoid getting scammed?
That's a good question.
Or wasting money on something that's not worth it?
Due diligence is key. Read reviews. Check out the creator's background.
Yeah.
Look for testimonials. Don't be afraid to ask questions before you invest.
Good advice.
And remember, the most expensive product isn't always the best.
Right. It's not always about the price tag.
Exactly.
This whole conversation has got me wondering what skills are essential for succeeding in this digital landscape?
Oh, that's a big question.
If you were giving advice to someone just starting out, what would you tell them?
Well, of course, you need the technical skills to create and market your product.
Whatever that might be.
But strong communication is crucial, too. Whether you're writing sales copy, creating course content, or interacting with customers, being able to communicate clearly and effectively is so important.
Makes sense. So much interaction happens online.
It all happens online.
Communication is key. What else?
Self-motivation and discipline are huge.
Okay.
It's easy to get distracted when you're working from home.
Yeah, you're setting your own schedule.
Exactly. You need to be able to stay focused, manage your time effectively.
So it's not just about being tech savvy.
No.
You need the right mindset and work ethic.
It's a combination of things.
Right.
And perhaps most importantly, you need to be willing to learn and adapt.
Okay.
The online world changes constantly.
That's true.
New tools and strategies emerge all the time.
Yeah, you got to keep up.
So staying curious and embracing that constant evolution is key.
That's a great point.
To staying ahead of the curve.
It reminds me of all those growth mindset concepts.
Oh, yeah.
Embracing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth.
Absolutely. That mindset is crucial for anyone venturing into online business.
We've covered a ton of ground today.
We have.
From the specifics of this digital product masterclass to the broader trends shaping online business.
It's been a good overview.
But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listener with one final thought.
Okay.
If you were creating a digital product, what knowledge or skills would you share with the world?
That's a fantastic question to consider.
We all have unique experiences and passions.
We do.
That could be valuable to others.
Absolutely.
Maybe you're an expert gardener, a talented musician, or you have a knack for explaining complex topics.
Right.
In a way that's easy to understand.
It could be
that whatever your unique strengths are,
Yep.
there's probably an audience out there eager to learn from you.
I think so.
The beauty of the digital age is that it's never been easier to share your gifts and create something meaningful.
It's really empowering.
On that inspiring note,
Right.
it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Okay.
But we encourage you to keep exploring this world.
Absolutely.
Whether you're a creator, a consumer, or just curious about the possibilities.
There's so much to discover.
There's a whole universe of knowledge and opportunity waiting to be discovered online.
For sure.
Keep learning, keep creating, and keep diving deep.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.